This federal RICO though on KK and Chris. Ooh, the federal RICO I'm about to drop. Anybody know Kim and cool with Kim? They need to tell her now. The rain is coming. The feds is coming.
This is crazy. UK authorities found $8.4 million worth of cocaine in a shipment of Kim Kardashian's Skims products. It's being said that the truck arrived on a ferry from the Netherlands carrying 28 pallets of legitimate Skims products.
I believe the Kardashians have actually made their fortune based off of money laundering, and I'm about to tell you why. Kim Kardashian was actually caught by the FBI, questioned, but never taken into custody.
It seems like Kim Kardashian's legal troubles are piling up faster than ever. Just days after a truck driver in the UK was sentenced for transporting $9 million worth of nose candy in a shipment of Skims, reports started circulating that the FBI could raid Kim's mansion any day now, Diddy style. Now, I know some of you who haven't been deep in the Kim lore might think this sounds insane, but if you actually go back and look at how she's been moving since day one of her career, this isn't that shocking. We're talking stealing hundreds of thousands from Brandy, taking money from literal criminals and fugitives, allegations of scamming her own customers, setting up shell companies for tax evasion, and possibly even some darker stuff we don't even know about yet. And here's the thing, Ray J just came out and said the feds are circling Kim and Chris for possible RICO charges. And once you actually look at all the allegations, it wouldn't even be surprising to see them get raided. You know, like their good friend Diddy.
I'm betting on you.
Yeah.
If I was at the races, I would bet on Diddy.
So let's break down exactly why this might actually be the start of a very public downfall. So a few months back, Ray J dropped a bombshell, claiming that he's helping the FBI to build a RICO case against Kim and Chris. And he said it's going to be worse than Diddy.
The feds is coming. It's nothing I can do about it. It's worse than Diddy. Federal RICO I'm about to drop on Chris and Kim. It's about to be crazy. Anybody know Kim and cool with Kim? They need to tell her now. The rain is coming. The feds is coming. It's worse than Diddy.
Now, I know Ray J has a bit of a reputation himself, and let's be real, he's not the most reliable source. But here's why he might be onto something this time. What a lot of people don't know is that Kim was already questioned by the FBI more than once. First time, it was in connection to her friendship with Malaysian businessman and fugitive Jho Low, who has been wanted by Interpol since 2016 for allegedly stealing over $4.5 billion from a state-owned company. According to FBI documents released back in 2023, Kim used to be very friendly with Jho Low, and she apparently received bags of money from him on several occasions. See, before Jho Low had to disappear off the face of the earth, he was living that high life and hanging out with celebrities like Paris Hilton, Leo DiCaprio, Jamie Foxx, and yes, Kim Kardashian.
In 2009, a mystery man appeared out of nowhere on the New York City club scene. His spending became the stuff of legends as he racked up eye-popping bills of hundreds of thousands of dollars. He continued to rack up massive tabs in Vegas, Ibiza, and London. He was popping bottles with Usher, hanging with Paris Hilton, and spotted multiple times with none other than Leonardo DiCaprio. He would go on to finance the award-winning movie The Wolf of Wall Street to the tune of $100 million. But the questions kept piling up. Where was this international man of mystery getting all this money from? Well, it turns out that the Malaysian businessman wasn't so much a businessman, but a massive fraudster, one of the most successful of all time, by the name of Jho Low. Low had siphoned off $4.5 billion from the Malaysian government for his wild spending spree.
According to the FBI documents, Jho Low also dated Victoria's Secret model Miranda Kerr at one point. And in June 2017, Miranda had to hand over to the US government over $8 million in jewelry she received from Low. So now let's talk about Kim K's situation, because this is where it gets wild. Those same FBI documents say that back in 2019, agents questioned Kim about one specific night in Las Vegas. Apparently, Jho Low gave her a trash bag, not a check, not a wire transfer, a literal trash bag full of cash that he had won gambling. According to Bloomberg, Kim told the FBI that back in 2009, she was at a casino in Las Vegas with Low and two The Wolf of Wall Street producers, and they all played a card game in a private room until the early hours of the morning. Around 5 a.m., Kim reportedly wanted to call it a night. However, a friend told her that she should stay because he had heard stories of Low giving people chips at the end of the night. The FBI report stated that Kim decided to stay, and she proceeded to call out which bets to make. And since Low ended up winning big time, he gave Kim his chips as a thank you. And those chips turned out to be worth over $350,000. The FBI documents also revealed that Kim went to the casino counter to cash out, and she went home with a trash bag full of $100 bills. According to the report, Kim then put the trash bag full of cash in her carry-on bag and boarded a Southwest Airlines flight back to Los Angeles. But that's not all. Kim apparently became so close to Low that he gave her another $100,000 as well as an additional $305,000 in cash. Kim then reportedly used this money to buy a white Ferrari, which she later sold and bought a Lamborghini in Kris Humphrey's name. Now, the FBI report doesn't say why Low was just handing over trash bags full of cash to Kim, but it's really hard to believe that a guy who was literally running around as an international fugitive was just feeling generous for absolutely no reason. So fans are speculating that Kim must have been doing some kind of favors for Low. And I'm not saying what kind of favors, but I'm also not saying it. Some fans are also speculating that Kris arranged this, which wouldn't be surprising if we're being honest. I mean, this is the woman who literally encouraged her own daughter to release her private tape. In fact, Ray J claimed that Kris sat down and watched several tapes they made and picked the one that made Kim look the best.
Look at the two. When you look at my signature and you look at her signature on my deliverables, it say tape number 1, tape number 2, and guess what? The third tape or the second they've been trying to play me on called Santa Barbara. Her mama made us go shoot it for safety. She watched the mother said, hey, we're gonna go with the first one because the first one is better. It gives my daughter a better look than the second one that I made y'all go do, but you watched it?
Now, what's also interesting is that Ray J claims Kim and Kris forged his signature to close the deal for the tapes. And if that's true, it means they committed a crime. And Kim was recently again questioned by the feds, this time in connection to tax fraud. And this isn't alleged because she was actually ordered to pay. In January 2026, Skims settled a New Jersey consumer fraud investigation, and Kim agreed to pay a $200,000 civil penalty for improperly collecting sales tax on tax-exempt clothing items from 2019 to 2024. But that wasn't the only time Kim was forced to pay the government after trying to pull off some shady money moves. In 2022, she agreed to pay $1.26 million to settle the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission charges. Kim was accused of failing to disclose a $250,000 payment for promoting a cryptocurrency on Instagram, which violated securities advertising rules. And now, after all that, a truck driver gets busted for transporting $9 million worth of nose candy in a shipment of Skims. Now, I'm not saying Kim knew about this or that she's running some cartel operation, but with so many allegations piling up, it makes you wonder if the feds are just waiting for the right moment to take her down. And it looks like a lot of people are convinced it's only a matter of time until we see Kim in court. Someone on X said, "Remember what Ray J said about the Kardashians and a RICO case? Everyone ignored it, but Kim and her family are into sinister stuff. They will not escape justice for much longer." And another person wrote, "Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner and the entire Jenner family are connected to a massive criminal network. Children are missing. It's deeper than the nose candy. It connects to everything, the money laundering and trafficking." But what's your take on all this? Do you think Ray J is telling the truth about that RICO case? Could Kim and Kris go down just like Diddy? Drop your comments below and stay tuned for the next video.